Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at the Yanny and Laurel audio clip. So in case you're living under a rock, there's an audio clip going around which is going viral. When the clip is played, people hear one of two things, Yanny or Laurel. You may be wondering, how can people hear different things when it's the same clip? Well, that's what's so amazing and bizarre about this audio clip. And believe it or not, there's even a way to hear both. In this video, you're gonna learn what it means if you hear Yanny and what it means if you hear Laurel. You'll also learn how to hear both sounds, and finally, I'll let you know which one is correct. But before we get started, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? So this 2-second audio clip has divided the world. 60% of people hear Yanny and 40% of people hear Laurel. I'm gonna play it and let me know which one you hear.
Laurel.
So if you heard Yanny, you're probably thinking, how do people hear Laurel? And if you heard Laurel, you're probably thinking, how do people hear Yanny? Well, believe it or not, different people hear this differently. It's like the blue and black dress all over again, but the chances are if you're older, you hear Yanny, and if you're younger, you hear Laurel. People who hear Yanny are more likely to hear it in a woman's voice, while people who hear Laurel will hear a man's voice. So why do people hear different things? Well, first off, it's to do with something called priming. Because on the audio clip you're told whether it's Yanny or Laurel, you think of one of these two. Because you already have one of these in your head, you're bound to think of one. The truth is, the audio is pretty hard to hear, and if you didn't have the options of Yanny or Laurel, you likely wouldn't hear it at all. It's like when somebody says something in an unclear way and you have to ask them to repeat it. But of course in this instance, we already have the options of Yanny and Laurel. Also, the words Yanny and Laurel are very similar. Now, they don't sound similar or look similar when written down, but if you look at the sound waves of somebody saying Yanny and somebody saying Laurel, they look very similar. Also, the audio clip is to do with pitches. If you decrease the pitch by 50%, you'll hear Yanny.
Yanny. Yanny.
And if you increase the pitch by 50%, you'll hear Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel.
And the reason why our brains can sometimes change from hearing Yanny and Laurel is because of something called brain frequencies. It's like when you're listening to your friend at a restaurant have a conversation with you, but your ears can also listen to other things around you, like other people's conversations. But of course your brain can control the focus frequency, which will be on your friend. Unless they're really boring, then it will be on a stranger's table. But when we hear the Yanny and Laurel sound, our brain subconsciously changes the frequencies. And there's even an online tool which allows you to hear Yanny and Laurel. This is simply a pitch shifter, but it does give you a good indication of what other people hear if you can't hear Yanny or Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel. Laurel.
Yanny. 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 Yanny.
But now the moment everyone's waiting for. What actually is it? Well, I can confirm that the original sound was somebody saying Laurel. So if you heard Laurel, then you're actually correct. But really, there's no right or wrong answers. It's simply your brain's frequency subconsciously changing the entire time. But even so, it's very fascinating and hilarious how it divided everyone in the world. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for whether you heard Yanny or Laurel. And if you want more amazing videos, check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.